No, we don't want to see the address. Here we go. So in this box, we have a new bike. Exciting stuff, eh? So just check that it's working. Stream is healthy. I think it could be quite cool to unbox this thing. So I've got to break into it first. Luckily I have my toolbox with a nice sharp knife. It's pretty cool. So I've been unboxing bikes for years. It's like something we get to do very frequently. And there's my favourite knife, which is a Transout 36 knife from Focus. Everything I've got is basically bike for tools and stuff is bike related, so it's pretty cool to have this bike related stuff. So let's get into it. Now I think this bike is actually in one complete package. I don't think it's in pieces, so it'll be interesting to see. But it's always difficult. What's going on? No, it's streaming, it's working. It's always difficult to get this bike out of the box. So there it is. Ooh, that looks nice. It's brand new. It hasn't been ridden. It's exciting. Let's put the knife away. Now, this is always the problem. How do you get a bike out of a box when I'm 6 foot tall, or 2 meter, or 1 meter 90, and I can't, or 1 meter 83, and I can't get the thing out of the box? So it's kind of funny. Bit of a conundrum. Dropping frames? No, we're all good. So let's try and drag it out. If you've got any questions, leave them in the chat. Now let's see how heavy it is. This is the real test. How heavy is the bike? Ooh, it's got the brand new PWX3 from Yamaha on it. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Oh, it's heavy. Anyway. Brand new bike. Wow. Hang on a minute. Ooh. There it is. In one piece. Let's get rid of the box. No, we need some bits after that, do we? Already got the charger in it. There you go. Get rid of that. So there's the bike. Hey, Dennis, look at that. No, can't turn it around with my hands. I need to put it on the rack. Now I've got this brand new rack from, ooh, I'm not crashing into everything. I've got a brand new rack from Feedback Sports. Per quelli che vuole, io posso anche fare in italiano, eh? Ciao Dennis. Bravo, grazie per seguire me. Mettiamolo questo, put this bike on the rack. So this is a new thing. Now I need to tighten this rack actually. It's loose. So I need to get out my trusty, I've got this cool toolbox as well. I need to get out my trusty spanner. I think this is a 3 or a 4. No, it's a 3. Or 4, it's a 4. Tighten it up a bit because the clamp, this is the problem with basically when you've got e-bikes, it's like how the heck do you store them or hold them up? So, you know, you need a big stand, and this is from Feedback Sports, this one. It's pretty good. Let's tighten it up. There we go. So it doesn't drop. And now it's very useful. It's got this like handy rubber nub here for holding the bike So let's put that on there. Is that going anywhere? No. There we go. Look at that. Ooh, it's really nice. It's carbon. Look at that. Super nice. Love it. PWX3. So in there's the battery, which you can get into it from there. Let's have a look at the battery before we... How does this work? There it comes off the cover. It's got a Yamaha battery in it. It's pretty cool. Say hello to Dennis. It's pretty cool. Anyway, let's check that stream's still functioning. Yep, stream's still functioning. No dropped frames. That's very good. Anyway, so I don't know anything about this actually. It just came in the post, so I'll just have to go with what I know. But it does give me the opportunity to test a how does that work? Ooh. So that, oh, that folds over like that, does it? Not actually sure how this stuff works. Yeah, it takes a bit of fiddling sometimes to get used to the stuff, to figure out how it all works. I took that off and now I don't know how to put it back on. Ah, I see. Here we go. Okay, so there's like a little slidey thing that you have to slide. Okay, got it. There we go. Each company comes up with their own system. And this is gases. So gas is part of Pierre Group, which means KTM. Interestingly, this thing is actually sealed. So there we go. Put that cover back on. So it's got the PWX3 motor from Yamaha, which is pretty cool. What does that say? It's a sticker. Anyway, PWX3, which is a very powerful motor apparently. Well, I've ridden it once, so it'll be interesting to try this again. The Light Trail 2. It's quite a burly bike. So let's put the handlebars straight. I think we need a 4 for that. No, we need a 5. So I'm interested in basically unboxing and building bikes on stream. That'd be pretty cool. Whenever anyone wants to have a look, we can. So I can't get that dead straight, but I can get it a little bit straight. Now it's actually got interesting tyres. What are these? They're Mountain King from Continental. That's cool. Got a couple of viewers, which is nice. Write comments if you want to know about the bike. Right, there we go. Now this is what I really hate, there's a key. Why do they send a key? Don't like keys, non mi piace le chiave. Cut that off. Right, wire cutter's gone. I have every tool you can imagine in here for servicing bikes. But when you want the wire cutters, which I last used somewhere else, ooh, Let me go and get something. No, let me not. I'll just do it with that. So let's just remove that key. So we don't lose the key. Now I've removed it. That would be a crying shame. I wonder what the key's for. Oh, for removing the battery. So there's the key. Now, honestly, I'm not really a great fan of keys on e-bikes, but they exist and some people like them, so there it is. I've got it. Let's have a look. So, that's that stage. Now we're going to put some pedals on it as well. Start making it look like a bicycle. So I've got my traditional pedals, which are DMR V12s. Remember, putting the pedals on, you wind the pedal backwards, crank backwards, holding the pedal in its crank. There we go. Wow, this stand is epic. Holds the bike, no problem. Absolutely brilliant. I'll be using this in a lot of videos, for sure. Now, I don't know who knows about pedals, but you should not really tighten them very much, because if you tighten them, they can get locked in there. So you just really, you do this. You put it in and you go, just like I barely touched it. Just enough, just to, so it doesn't unscrew itself, because they get, the more you pedal, the more they get locked in. Anyway, so next things, what have we got now? We've got to do, right, we've got to do suspension as well at some point. We'll do that setup in a minute. We've got to set the saddle angle, brakes, but that's the bike. So let's just turn the thing on. So to turn it on, I think there's a button. Oh, there it is, PWX3. And so let's just check it works. Yeah, gears work. It's got Shimano 12-speed SLX. The brakes the wrong way around. And it's got Cura brakes, Formula Cura. Wow, so I can flip those pretty easy. Let's flip the brakes, because I ride motor style brakes. I don't want to have to mess around with a motor style brake. Also, it's actually quite cool actually, because every time I have to flip the brakes, it gives me a good look at the mounts and whether they work or not, because not all of the mounts are actually good. I once had one very expensive bike which had this mount where you couldn't actually angle the brake or the shifter lever to where you wanted to. It was a bit ridiculous. So anyway, but this one should be all right. Let's try. This is what I need. You need easy to do stuff. You just need enough of this Shimano stuff. By the way, I've got neighbours here, so maybe you might hear them a bit. So let's undo this. Alright, a couple of bolts. Everything's going to fall off the bars probably. Anything going to fall off? Nope, that's good. So disconnect the. So I don't know who uses motor brakes. Everyone always thinks I'm straight. Oh, yeah, that's when everything starts falling off. I don't know who uses motor brakes, but honestly, I do, and it stops confusion when you're riding motorbikes and scooters and stuff like that. But it's a little irritating for the people who don't ride my way and they have one of my bikes. Anyway, pick up that screw. Worst nightmare, losing screws. So, oh, that's so much easier than Shimano. Shimano, you have to sometimes bleed the system out if you've put it on. Now, I'm interested in this build. The fact it's got a Formula brake system. It's one of the first serial bikes I've seen with Formula brakes, and they are pretty much, you know, the best on the market, really, the Formula Cura. Well, so they say, so I can actually have a proper test of them. I haven't had them for ages, so I'd like to see how the latest models are. It's weird, these components kind of look old, but the frame looks new, like it's never been ridden. Oh no, there's a little chip, but it's okay. Here we go. So once we've got our brakes the right way around, the rest of it will follow. I'll have a look at the comments in a minute, if there are any. Let's have a look. Dennis Ducre, I aspetta the super test perché mi sembra un bella e-bike. Yes, it is. It is, Dennis. It's pretty cool. What's interesting about it, look, ok, per i miei amici italiani, la cosa interessante di queste bici è il fatto che è proprio il motore numero uno, che due, non so, vediamo. Poi mettiamo il test su moto.it anche sul mio canale. Pretty cool. Right, adesso I freni sono a posto, the brakes are right, that's good. I don't think the control needs fiddling. Now you can adjust also the matchmaker. Ah, that's pretty cool. But you need a different, come on guys. Why do we need a different size on the same bike companies? Come on, bike companies. You need a 3 to fiddle with this. No, you need a Torx. Okay, so you need, I can't see in the dark, but I did wait till the evening. Ho aspettato la sera perché volevo aspettare che gente sono a casa che vuole vedere questa piccola prova. Somewhere in here I have my Torx. So, is that a T20? Obviously my spanners are in the wrong way around. Yep, T20. Ok, so è possibile anche cambiare la posizione delle... You can change the position of the levers. It's pretty cool. Very cool indeed. Right. And on this side, it's actually very easy. Infinite adjustment. Good. I like that. Okay. So I like my brake levers quite flat with the shifters pods up. I actually copied many years ago Nico Vuglio, and that's his setting. Anyway, let's tuck my shirt in. Right, so now we need to put it on the floor, but we need a wheel stand for the next bit. So let me go grab a wheel stand. There's a nice wheel stand. And just hop the bike out. Put it in the wheel stand for the moment. Does that hold? Does that work? I've never used one of these before. That works, doesn't it? It's actually quite secure. And you can adjust it a bit, can you? Yeah, you can. If you want to. It's doing pretty well. Okay, so now we've got to do the other settings. Okay, now I can see everything properly. Let's just move the big stand back a bit. It's in the way. Move this back a bit. Look at that bike. It's beautiful. Absolutely epically beautiful. I hope you can hear me okay. Tell me if anyone can hear me. Dimmi se mi senti bene, perché volevo essere chiaro, se apparentemente sì, tutto ok. Just listen on my headphones, on the monitoring. Can we hear me? Yep, we can hear. That's pretty good. You can hear pretty clearly actually. I love these microphones, by the way. If anyone wants to know the setup, the stream, I'll tell you. Just write a message. Okay, so let's now do the saddle height and angle. So this has just obviously been sent like randomly and it needs to be put right. So what do we have here? We have a 4 or a 5. I think it's probably a 4. And I like running my saddle quite. Is it a 4 or a 5? No, it was a 5. You see, there's no standardization of even which bolt's which. So which kind of saddle is this? I think this is just a generic no-name saddle brand, or is it? What is it? Is it on the back? It's written. It's gas. It's a gas saddle clamp and telescopic saddle, which is cool. Oops, dropping things. There we go. All right. So, okay, I see I need to adjust that brake lever. There we go. It's pretty cool. Now the formula, these grips are kind of a soft foamy grip, but I need to move them inboard a bit. Get them in the right position. It's got a really wide bar here. Yeah, we need to do some fiddling here. But I don't know what people do for setup, but I always run my levers. There we go, that's perfect. Brake feels good. But I need to move the shifting pod over so I can just easily reach the power button. It starts instantly actually. Anyway, there we go. Let's put that out of the way. How many concurrent viewers have we got at the moment? Oh, we've got a couple. That's cool. So let's get that. Let's share out this again. And let's share this out. I'll put this on here. Sharing things out, boys. Trying to find. There we go. So let's have a look. Okay. Good. How long have we been live for? 31 minutes so far. Right, so the saddle angle looks about right. Normally I run it quite far back. Brake angle, need to move the shifting pods a little, because otherwise we have a problem. Can't, oh, this one doesn't move. Oh no, yes it does. Oh, that's another one. Okay, so you need 3 different spanners to adjust. Okay, thank you. Bike companies. 3 different spanners to adjust all of your I won't make much comment on that. Can be fiddly. You need it like a holster pulling all the spanners out just so you can adjust your brakes. Okay, so to get this brake in line, Paul Aston would love this. We've got 1 spanner for the clamp, 1 spanner for the pod, another spanner the other side of the pod to plug it all in to get it to work right. And then luckily we've got on the pod, on the brake, we have finger adjustment, but you probably need a spanner for that as well because you can't move it. It's got carbon levers. Ooh, they've got carbon levers. That's nice. Interesting. All right, well, I see a few people are joining the stream. I've tweeted it out, thanks. It's cool. Actually, I didn't tweet it out. Let's go on to Twitter. Hi, everybody. Am I logged in? I am, yes. Where's my tweet? Okay, here we go. What's happening? Thank you, Elon Musk. Twitter, tweet that out. Should actually put it on Instagram as well. I don't think anyone's going to follow from Instagram. Yeah. Let's have a look. How's the live stream? Whee. Everyone good, I hope? Cool. I think I might actually start up a live Instagram as well. Let's put that on Instagram. Let's go on Instagram. Connect to the Wi-Fi. Here we go. There we go. Also now on Instagram. Hi everyone, we're building a bike up live. Go and follow us on YouTube. We're actually live on YouTube at the moment. Siamo in diretta su YouTube in questo momento con questa bike build. Ciao ragazzi, Gianluca. Yeah, we're building the bike. Sandrick, hello. We've got 4. Hello guys, ciao a tutti. So we're live now on Instagram as well. It's pretty cool. So we're building up this gas, just received it. Hi. So we're building it up, and we were just saying how one of the biggest problems is you need like 3 or 4 spanners just for one brake adjustment. I mean, it's not the manufacturer's fault per se, it's the fact that you've got all these mismatches of stuff on it. But to have the Cura brake means you have to do this. Right, now can I come in from the back to adjust that? Yeah. Now, not many people know what they're doing when they're setting up a bike and adjusting it all. So, hi guys, hi. I'm a Swede join. Hey, how are you doing? Cool. Everybody here. It's got a PWX3 Yamaha motor. Now, I want to try this against, and I'm going to post a video against the PWX2, which is the marginally faster. I'm very picky, actually. I forgot to slide that in. It's marginally faster than the PWX, than the Bosch. So I want to try this motor. Everybody wants a Yamaha motor, it seems, depending where you're from. Dipende di dove sei, tutti vuole una motore Yamaha. So let's have a look. We've got 3 people watching. Cool. Right, so adesso now we've got to do the sag. So for those of you who ride, the sag is the suspension setting. So find my pump. There we go. This pump is actually falling apart, so you need one of these suspension pumps, for those who don't know. And bike is looking good, yes. And let's see what it's set to. Now, something important, when you're doing your sag, first thing is, there's different sag if you sit down or if you stand up. You get a different sag because it moves your weight back. So I tend to do it with my sag sat down. So at the moment it's about 60%. So we need to put some pressure into this. Now this has got rock shock. Ooh, 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 ooh. So this stand is quite handy though. Oh, handling bike, see? So let's put that back in there. So we go to the valve on this side. Hey Tommy, ciao Tommy. Questa bici, come va? So right now we have 150, that's no near enough for me, we need about 200. So andiamo verso 200 psi. Really boring, eh? Watching somebody pump up a bike. With this rock shock, yeah, we need to hit to about 200. So, Lodi's brothers, hello. Got some concurrent viewers, cool. It's grateful everybody joins in. I'll do more of these. Bike mechanic testings. Bike builds, bike mod, tune-ups, all live, why not? So we're up at 200 now, I think we should be about right. I need to take the pump off. Ooh, there we go. I think we're about 20%. To check that though with the pump off. Still need a bit more. But I need to take the pump off before you do that. So we'll go to 210, I think. Yeah, we'll go to 210. Okay. Right. So the reason this is called light is because it's made of carbon. So la ragione che si chiama leggera perché mi sembra fatta di carbon. Here we go. Look. What's going on with my share? Okay. Right. So, allora, that's done there. Now we've got to check the front suspension. It's a bit wooden. Let's just check that. Again, it's different when you stand up. Right, it's way too soft. So I think this is a 160mm fork, or 170, it's 160. EMTB fork from RockShox. Cool fork. Yeah, we need to go, now with RockShox I need to go to about 100 generally to get the right pressure. It's a high pressure pump. Okay, it's all right. There we go. Generally, I'll fiddle with that another day or another time when I'm on the trail. First ride, I always take one of these with me in my backpack so I can sort out the settings. It's cool. So that's that done so far. So the last thing to do is just get that headset straight and then we're pretty much ready to ride. It's pretty pumped up. These tyres look interesting. So I heard that Continental are apparently really the biggest brand of tyres after Maxxis. So we've got the most money. So that's interesting to see if it's getting competitive out there in the tyre industry at the moment. We had a whole discussion about that this week. So is that a 4 or a 5? That's a 5. Now, I have a handy new tool which I want to use, which is in here. So Feedback Sports gave me this, which is pretty cool. It's a little, Feedback Sports gave me this, which is a little torque kit. So take the 5 out. Oh, so nice, these tools. So good. Anyway, it's a 5mm torque kit, so put that in there. No, hang on a minute. That goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. And that's my torque spanner, ready to roll. There you go, everybody. That's my torque spanner, ready to roll. So, now it's been ages for these bikes to come, apparently. Now getting these straight, now it's really boring, but I do it by eye. I line up, faccio una adrizzare con lo stem, con il brace della forcella in un modo dritto, ma onestamente da fare nel mezzo del giorno con il sole direttamente alto. Infatti io vorrei capire, I want to understand why after all these years no one has invented some kind of key and keyway system where it just immediately sits straight. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, that looks about straight. So tighten that up. Now we can use my torque wrench. So, cool. Thanks, Tiffany. Ah, reversible ratchet. That's cool. Okay, that's tight enough. Ah, that's interesting. That's a cool torque wrench. Very cool. Wow, 5 Newton meters. Anyway, so there we go. I think we're ready to roll. Just set the brake level distance now. Now I think, can you do it? Oh, you need another spanner. Oh my goodness, how many do we need? So, I'm losing track of everything. So let's get another spanner, yet another spanner. So that is a cool torque wrench, Feedback Sports. They gave me that to test, it's pretty cool. So, by the way, I'm not actually supported by any of these brands in a financial sense. Oops. Unless they specifically ask a collab, and then we just do a collab when it's normally for the magazine. They'll ask, go ride the bikes, see what we think. Some great bikes out there now, really amazing stuff. Definitely pricey though. So what are we doing? I've forgotten. No, that was it, no. I think that was everything, wasn't it? Oh no, we're going to put the cables back together. We've got a bit of a spaghetti mess at the moment. So let's put those cables back. Oh right, that was it. We're going to adjust the brake lever, won't we? We need another cable just for that. Okay, so there's the front one. That's pretty good. And now there's the back one. What should we do with that? There we go. Where's that supposed to go? Okay. All right, I've got quite a mess of cables here, but never mind. Right, let's do the brake lever. So let's see if we get that blade on the brake lever right. Marty. There it is, a 2.5. You need a lot of spanners just to adjust your brakes. It's the 4th one. Okay, there we go, loosened it. You're supposed to be able to do it with your thumb, but it was not coming loose. Interesting feel. I'm looking forward to trying these. Carbon levered brake. I mean, on an e-bike, is it really necessary? Maybe. I don't know. Let's have a look. There we go. I think they're already dialed right back. Anyway, should we give it a little rock and roll? Just go around the garden. Let's move the toolbox out of the way a bit. See how this thing works. Ooh. so you should still be able to hear me. Ooh, it's quite quiet. Yep, brakes feel okay. Anyway, so there we go. There's the bike. I think Anton has joined me. Hello, Anton. We're going to do some podcasts with him soon. Great podcaster, rider, and YouTuber from France. So the bike's ready to roll. Look at that. That's impressive. Look at that bike. Let's show you the back side of it. It's actually quite light. Oh. No. I think I need to do the front wheel up. Is there a rattle? No. The headset needs tightening maybe. I think the headset needs tightening. Yeah, headset needs tightening. It's not the rest. Yeah, headset needs tightening. Let's get back in there, tighten that headset up. Last thing we want is a wonky headset. So again, we need another 3 spanners. Why do we need so many spanners for adjusting everything? I think you should have 1 for each part of the bike. Not, say, 4. All right, let's just tighten that up a bit. There we go. Oh, that's also why. Ha! Okay, that's the brake. Let's check that it's not loose. It's all good. I've got to straighten my bar again, for goodness sake. Forgot to tighten it there. Okay, so we are ready to roll now. You don't need to hang off these. I'll check the torque again in a bit, but it was surprisingly how loose they actually need to be. Okay, so there we go. Done. That's better. We just check the bike so nothing's loose. If there's any rattles or anything, no, it all looks good. All right, we're ready to roll. It sounds like there's a rattle. I don't know, we'll have a look at it when I'm riding it, but I don't think it's rattling, but it might be. This is just the sound of the... No. Maybe there's a rattle. I don't know. We'll have a look at it tomorrow. The main point is it's in the right gear. Lightweight bike. Should we weigh it? We could try and weigh it. Let's try and weigh the thing. I think I've got a scale somewhere. Interesting to see. The weight. Let's have a look. Where's my scale? The next 2 shock, anybody want it? Doesn't work very well. Leaks there, there's my scale. Right. Hello everybody. So, there's my scale. Let's see how that goes. Interesting, you've got hooks on this, haven't you? So you can actually, you've also got a magnetic, oh, so good. This stand is Literally legendary. Flipping love it. Now I have to admit, I don't have the most high-tech scale in the world. Probably use it for measuring a hunk of meat 100 years ago. But, you know, it is what it is. So let's see how we put that. Let's just hook it on that like that. Okay, so we're estimating. Okay, it's not high enough. Let's have a look. Let's put this bike a bit higher. And the bike stand, how high can it go? Wow, it's as tall as me. That's crazy. Look how high this stand goes. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Okay. There we go. Still touching the ground a bit. More or less. What are we at? We're at 21 kilos. Maybe. Okay. Don't necessarily believe that, but interesting. So there we go. I think we're pretty much ready to leave it there. If there's any questions about the bike, then you give me a message. And I will leave a comment in the description once I've published this video, and I will answer your questions all about it. I'm still learning about it now, but it is actually light. It came in there on the scale around 22 kilos. Pretty impressive. I actually don't know the retail price of it. I'll have to look it up. Let's have a look. I'll look it up later. I'll write it in the description, the retail price. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. And been on for about an hour streaming, so that's pretty cool. And we'll see you next time, when I think we're going to do an SQ saddle and bar install on a Canyon Torque, and also mount some new tyres, things like that. Exciting stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.